Hello and welcome to this Things On, a brand new series which is going to consist of me sitting down and sometimes some other people as well if they can join us. But we're going to be sitting down with artists and bands whilst we have a fish and chip and speak to them all about their music and all about their new single, new album, upcoming gigs, whatever it may be. And today we're joined by Hannah Robinson. How are you doing, Hannah?
I'm doing amazing. How are you, Baker?
Yeah, good. We're in a very windy Tynemouth at the moment, aren't we?
We are. I've got my umbrella just in case it rains, but it's actually really good at protecting my hair, so it's a bit of a win-win situation going on.
Hannah's got the umbrella; she's prepared. But yeah, it's there we go. I can.
I feel really
If it rains, I can just duck in a little bit. But no, thanks for joining us, Hannah. And
No
just
worries.
explain a little bit about where we are and where we've travelled to today.
So we have came to the beautiful coast of Tynemouth. It's not too far from where I live. I live more towards Killingworth and more towards Blythe, but then Tynemouth's just so much more beautiful. You can see the prairie behind. Well, I don't think you can see it on this camera, but there's the prairie behind where the castle. So many cool places for fish and chips and pints and even music. There's loads going on here with music and artists that came from like North Shields, like Sam Fender, and yeah, it's very cool. I think you'll enjoy it.
The first time I've been to this area as well, and I must say I'm quite impressed by it. I think it's got some nice scenery around here.
It does have beautiful scenery.
Before we talk about the music, Hannah, what's your favourite thing about Newcastle, Tyneside, where you're from?
The people. I feel like the people themselves are just so down to earth. And there's nothing I love more than the further up north you go, the more Geordie people get, and it's kind of inaudible sometimes, and I find that hilarious. I love it. I just think everyone's really friendly. Like everyone speaks to each other, everyone has each other's backs, everyone looks after each other, and I just think that compared to like the likes of London, it's so much more like warm and friendly and personable. And I just think that yeah, you don't feel like a stranger. You don't feel like a stranger ever.
I think that's the thing as well. I've been saying this recently. People that are here really do love their music, don't they? Really do love their music, and they really do get into it, which I think's a massive thing. And it's probably an amazing thing for an emerging artist like yourself as well. Having a bit of trouble there with the brolly.
Yeah. Even the music scene's amazing. It's on the rise. Specifically, recently, it's huge. Some of the things that artists from like the northeast are doing, so it is incredible to be a part of.
Definitely, it's a really nice thing to have as well. That kind of the sense of the community as well. And like when we've been at events in Stockton, even though it's an hour down the road, it feels like there's still that kind of sense of togetherness with all of the northeast scene, which I think's a really nice thing to have.
Yeah, like I feel like everyone's connected. Like you get like there's even a music scene in Darlington. Then you get like Stockton, Sunderland, obviously Newcastle, even Gateshead's now on the map. So it's like everyone has their own little niche in a niche little area. And I think, like you say, when like local festivals like Stockton Call, and it kind of brings everyone together. And I know there's also a Stones Throw that's actually in Tynemouth. I definitely recommend that. That's a really cool festival for local and national artists.
I've heard good things about that. It's just around here, isn't it?
Yeah, literally on the.
Yeah.
I don't know what venues are this year. I need to do my research, but it is very like close knit. It's very accessible.
Definitely, and they're always great festivals then. But we'll talk about the music now. You've got a new single out. It came out a couple of weeks back, Ruining the Moment. Absolutely love it, Hannah, and it's great to see you back as well after a year out because you released Who I Am last February. So yeah. I think it's almost a year between them. So tell me a little bit about this song and a little bit about the journey to it, really, after you've had a year out of releasing music, of course.
So, Ruining the Moment was actually written like before Who I Am was getting recorded. I've got like this process where I'll just write a song. There'll be no timeline on it. There'll be no timeline. I'll just write it, and then we're in the studio doing Ruining the Moment as I was releasing Who I Am. So it's quite old, but it was written about a gig I did, ironically, in North Shields, which is around the corner from here. I did a gig a few years back, and it had a bit of a train wreck with the band at the time. Like band members had left, and this gig was like 2 weeks later, and I was panicking, thinking, "Oh my god, how we're gonna like pull through?" And so we literally had like one practice before this gig. I mean, don't get us wrong, it was amazing. Like we still sounded great, but I think my confidence was just completely knocked, and I started thinking, should I be doing this anymore? Like I had a lot of self-doubt, and in a way, there was a lot of imposter syndrome involved. So I was playing this gig, and I remember at one point when I was playing, I think it might have been like when I was playing 19 or something, I was looking out at the crowd, and because I have this weird thing where it's like if people don't move to my music, I assume that they're just not interested. When I've had this conversation with the band quite a lot, people don't need to move to music. People don't need to be like bopping away or moshing and that. A lot of people just like to stand and enjoy and take in what's in front of them. So I was looking at this audience going, they don't want to be here. They don't like us. This is embarrassing. And then I think there was moments like in between the songs where like I was talking and there was just silence. But that's fine. Like you don't need loads of claps and cheers all the time. If anything, it's really nice that people just like stay and just engage with what you're saying. And I think I just completely took the wrong end of it. And I think it got towards the end of the set and I was just having like this mini little, I want to say panic attack in my head, to be honest. My brain was talking, but like my mouth was singing at the same time. I was just doing all these things at the same time and I just felt so overwhelmed and it just made me completely doubt myself. And I got off stage and I was in bits. I was just like, oh my God, this was terrible. It was horrible. I kind of thought this was the start. I didn't realize this was going to be the start of something that was quite depressing for us, really, as an artist, because before then I'd had such a good time. We were such a unit and I was writing, I was enjoying the gigs, I was enjoying like even playing in front of loads of random people I didn't know. Like that's all what it's all about. So this gig just kind of flipped us upside down and we had Isle of Wight last year and I had quite a similar experience. For being such a big festival and such an amazing opportunity, I felt like I flopped the full set. So I guess I went around the houses a little bit there, but the song was just all about self-doubt and how the voice in your head can overpower your creativity and it can try and make you give up. But the reality is don't give up. Keep going and take time out if you need to take time out, because that's the best thing that I did. I couldn't have stayed in that mindset. I would have just completely flopped. And I hated the gigs by the end of like last summer. I just didn't enjoy any of it. And I thought, right, it's time I took myself away for a while.
No, I'm glad you shared that because it's quite a personal story, and I imagine for an artist it's not a nice thing to go through when you're constantly in self-doubt when playing gigs, because ultimately the most important part of doing gigs and playing live music is to enjoy yourself, because it's what you love. So I bet it's quite hard for you when you don't have that enjoyment within it. So I bet it was a really tough time. But do you feel, Hannah, that kind of giving yourself that time as well has helped you get back into it and get back into the right mindset?
Oh, 100% Baker. Like I made a promise to myself, because for ages I was putting it off, thinking if I take myself away from the art and the platform, then people will forget about us or people will lose interest. Because it does happen in this day and age. Like you drop followers, you drop listeners. But I made a promise to myself. I thought if I take myself away right now and put me first, I'm gonna go and record some music or write some music. I'm gonna work on all the things that I felt like I couldn't do whilst I was still on the scene. So I went away and I wrote like a load of tunes. I did loads of demo work, and I fell into the pattern of like when I'm doing a demo, I'll think I need to get this done tonight. I need to make sure it's sent off to Adam by Friday so you can hear it and we'll get it in the studio. And I was rushing the process so much, but by having like that time away and having that time just on my own with me, myself, and I at this computer and my guitar, I was able to get back to the root of who I was again and write about stuff that I really want to write about and go into like more emotional territories as well. So I do think that it was so worth it. Definitely worth it. And I think you come back and you feel relaxed. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's quite exciting as well. It's really exciting because you don't know what's next. So
I can imagine. And do you feel good in yourself as well now, getting back to it after that? Because you played a gig recently, which was at Head of Steam. I was there with the Avalons and Lizzie Esau too. So how did you feel that night then when you were back playing again?
I loved it. I loved it so much, honestly. I just remember before I went on stage, because I do these little warm-ups where I'll be like, all right, you're going to do amazing. I'll do like affirmations and stuff just to kind of be a bit more mindful. And I just got on stage. I thought, you know what it is? I do not care what people think of me tonight. I'm just going to really enjoy myself. Nod me head. You know what I mean? Like, nod me head. That's the wrong way to say it. I don't know, I just rock out on stage basically, and let loose, and I feel like I did. I feel like I've still got a lot of work to do on that front, of the sense of I'd love to be a bit more expressive, but that comes with time, it comes with confidence, and I do generally think that my confidence has got up, and the band's like the best it's ever been. We've got like a solid group now, we're all here to stay, which is nice. So I feel like that, knowing I've got them is like me, I don't know what the word is, it's like what's it? What other, you know when when you go to battle and you've got them things that you hold and you
Um,
like not armor.
like that
They're like the armor, yeah.
solidified as
Yeah,
well.
like
That's quite a good word. Yeah.
I've got armor now. I've got my lads, so and they look after us and I look after them, and I just think we're a good dynamic, and having that confidence in the band definitely helped.
And that gig was a great night
Oh, it
too.
was amazing. I
I mean,
loved it. Great lineup.
as soon as the tickets came out for that gig, I couldn't pass up on going to it because it was just a fantastic lineup all
Yeah,
around. But
it was.
I'll ask you what else is coming up within the live scene for the rest of the year. But touching about the song, you've had this bad experience. Obviously, it's not nice, not something you remember fondly, but
Yeah.
there is kind of a positive to it when you think that you can take an experience like that and turn it into your next song that you release.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I knew that night I was like, I'm gonna have to write about this because I always find like the best songs tend to come out of like the worst heartache or the worst experiences. I mean, from my perspective, I'd say that's the case. I know a lot of people like to write songs about like good things and happy things, which I'm all for, whatever you want to write about. I think in my case, I find it easier to write about um hard hard emotions and vulnerabilities. I think more comes out of us when I deep dive into those areas of my mind.
It's a big thing as well to obviously be open about that in music as well because not everybody could be.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about like influences behind the song as well, it's got like a very dark and raw sound. And I was saying I think it's my favourite release of yours yet. So where have the influences for the track come from, Hannah?
So, me late teens, I want to say from like the age of like 17 through to now, to be honest. I've loved bands like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Hole. I love that 90s grunge sound. And I've noticed a lot of new noise bands like New Dad, Swim School, even Wolf Alice. I know a lot of people love Wolf Alice, but I just think that I love it. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
Of course you can.
Mint. I love that. That'll be the only swear word. I just love seeing a girl with a guitar playing heavy music. I just think it's so cool. And I remember when I used to listen to these bands. This is when I was in like my dream pop era, a lot more like poppy and singer songwriting. I used to think, what am I writing all this for? I want to
Yeah.
be like a rock chick. I want to be doing like what rock chicks do. And I think ruining the moment is like I think who I am was the entrance into like that heavier, even heavier sound. Then ruining the moment for me was like the perfect opportunity for us just to like let loose a bit. And it was just I just wanted something heavy, gritty, and gnarly.
I remember you said that, and you've named some great examples there too. Swim School, love them,
Love Swim
fantastic
School.
band. Wolf Alice are doing amazing things, headlining many festivals
I
this
know
summer too. So
it's insane.
they're really doing it at the moment. But yeah, of course, you've started this new era now with Ruining the Moment. After a little break, you're back into it. What else is coming for Hannah Robinson?
Oh, so I've got a couple of sorry, not you while I talk. I've got a couple of festivals booked. Um, One actually just got confirmed today, which I'm so excited about, but I can't announce it yet.
So watch this space on that one.
Yeah, honestly, this festival I've wanted to play since I was like 15. So I used to go there, like, I went there like from the age of 15. So for that, it's incredible. But yeah, I can't announce that just yet, but it's exciting. I've got Truck Festival as well. I went there when I was younger and it's amazing. It's so good. And I think what makes me feel so more excited about it is knowing there's more Northeast artists on the bill as well.
Yeah.
I think it's Finn Forster, Tommy Smith, Lizzie Eso. I think Lisa's have just been announced for it as well. I'm really proud to be part of that like Northeast like crowd that are going to be there. Like I say repping the Northeast, but I know there's so many artists out there in the Northeast that are doing amazing things. I've got that. And then I've got a headline that I'm kind of thinking about doing in October. Ideally, what we're looking at October the 17th, so that's a date to put in your diaries if you want to see us live. But the venues to be announced. And then other than that, I've got the studio next week. Got more tracks en route, and then I'm kind of just playing it by ear. I'm just gonna record more stuff, write more stuff, have a summer of festivals, and see what gigs come about because I don't know. I'd love to be on the bill with like artists that are quite similar to us, like that kind of grungy shoegazy sound. I'm kind of searching for that demographic to get involved in more. Because I'd love to get in front. I'd love to get in front of a crowd that love the sort of music I do. And we did that. We've had that before. We did support swim school a couple of years ago, which was amazing. Their crowd were awesome, and even Venus Girls, we supported them. And there's a couple of people that we've kind of got to know through that gig, and they're like really cool. So that's kind of the plan.
It's all about getting out there, isn't it? As well, I think that's a massive thing.
It is. It's about exposure, and it's about putting yourself out in different situations.
Well, it sounds like it's shaping up to be quite an exciting year for Hannah Robinson then.
I'm really excited.
And we can't wait to see what it brings for you as well. And we'll be following the journey. And thanks so much for joining us on this again today.
Not a worry, man. It's been lovely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Hannah.